What's up guys, John here and welcome to Baltimore Retro Gaming, and today I got a crazy one for you today. We're going to have a look at Hudson's Adventure Island on the PS2. Yeah, Adventure Island on the PS2, so let's get into it. Hey guys, so before I get into showing you the footage, I did kind of just want to show you the game since in my opinion this is a pretty oddball game. And this says Volume 4, so this was actually the last game released in a series of games that Hudson actually brought to the PlayStation 2. And the GameCube. So all the games I'm going to show you are actually on the GameCube as well. We'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, this is the packaging. The Japanese releases of PlayStation 2 games, they're almost identical to what we had here in North America. The only differences I see is the plastic on the Japanese games is a little bit lighter. If you guys know anything about that, feel free to comment below. But on the Japanese games, guys, like I always feel like they got the better artwork. Like the Japanese anime art style, like I'm just a huge fan of it, and it definitely trumps, what we got out here in North America. Not that the Hudson logo and not the logo, but the Adventure Island artwork, not that it looks bad over here in the United States, but it's a nice manual, man, full color, I wish I could read Japanese. So anyway, guys, that's the game. So, Hudson's Adventure Island on the PS2 is part of a series of games called the Hudson Selection Series. And to my knowledge, it's a series of 4 games that were released on the PlayStation 2 and the GameCube. And those games consist of, and these aren't in any particular order, but they consist of Superstar Soldier, Bonk's Adventure, Adventure Island, and Cubic Load Runner. And they were released on both platforms, again, for the PS2 and the GameCube. Now, Adventure Island came out in 2003, and I do believe all these games came out, I would say, within a year of each other. And this is the 4th iteration on that list, so this is actually the last game in the Hudson Selection Series that Hudson put out on the PS2. Now, I would say if you're a big import gamer like me, I would say odds are you probably own a PC Engine, or you're at least familiar with it. And if you'll notice, these are all games that were very popular on the PC Engine and did very well on the platform over in Japan. And those are all, well, some of the same games that they brought over to the PlayStation 2. As far as the gameplay goes, at least on Adventure Island, because I haven't played any of the other games in the Hudson Selection Series, the gameplay is pretty solid. Playing Adventure Island on the PC Engine and the Nintendo Entertainment System can be a little bit challenging. But in playing the game on the PlayStation 2, it seems to be a little bit easier. Not a lot easier, just a little bit. And that's okay with me because it makes it easier for me to actually get through the game without getting too frustrated. Now, there are 8 levels in this game, and I do believe that's how many levels were in the original Adventure Island that came out. And it should take you anywhere from right around 50 minutes to an hour and 10 minutes to complete. Which really isn't that bad because when I'm playing import games, I'm not playing lengthy RPGs. So for me, it's the perfect amount of time for me to get familiar with the game, play through it, and get my enjoyment out of it. Now, when talking about import gaming, I'm only going to talk about games that anybody in the world can pick up and play through without any knowledge of a language that they don't know about. So since I don't know how to speak Japanese, I only want to play kind of arcade-style games, like shooters, platformers, some puzzle games, things like that. Now, there have been times where I have bought RPGs, in Japan because of their awesome artwork or cool cover. I get it home, and although it may be an amazing game, it really does suck because I can't play it because I don't know Japanese. So overall, I highly recommend Hudson's Adventure Island on the PlayStation 2. It's a fun game. You don't need to know any kind of Japanese to play the game, and it's affordable. Again, this was a budget release over in Japan, so this was I think 3,000 yen when it came out, which translated to, I believe, right around $30. Now, if you want to buy this game today, I'd say the current price point for this game is right around $25, so you should be able to buy this game from anywhere to $20 to $30. And that's really cool because I do believe at that price point you totally get your money's worth, and I do recommend this game. Okay guys, so what did you think? You copping or what? I paid $5 for this game in like a bargain bin at my local retro game store. It was in a bin full of games, and they throw imports in there, and I saw this and I was like, what is that? I saw the axe in his hand and I was like, is that Adventure Island? I took it home, and it damn sure was Adventure Island, like 3D rendered. And guys, you know, in the Hudson selection games that came out on the PS2 and the GameCube, you know, I'm just focusing on the PlayStation stuff since I have a Japanese PS2, but I want that Bonk's Adventure game. And, you know, in saying that, you know, I bought this for $5. Like, I looked these prices up online for these games, and, you know, they're not super cheap, but they're not super expensive either. You know, when this came out, it was 3,000 yen, so I guess it was like right around $30. I guess that would be kind of the equivalent, or maybe even a little bit cheaper. And, you know, this game goes for, you know, like I said, $20 online, $25, you know, something like that. So it's definitely affordable, and if you're a big fan of like Bonk's Adventure, Adventure Island, you know, Superstar Soldier, or Cubic Load Runner, if you're a fan of any of those games, and if you have a Japanese PS2, or you have a swap disc, or you have a Japanese GameCube, since the same games came out on the GameCube, or you have a way to play Japanese GameCube games, I highly recommend getting into the series, because Hudson brought over some great games on the PlayStation 2 and the GameCube. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Now, remember to like this video. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, guys, peace out.